he doesn't give himself the benefit of the knowledge sometimes.
You know, he's a busy man.
He knows when he's doing wrong. That's how I'll put it. He knows when he's doing wrong.
Sometimes that's all you can ask. You know, it's hard to juggle a couple of different games, and he's definitely
in serious mode now. He's putting up the locks. I know how that goes. You can't have that stuff shaking around.
Yeah, that was about a decade ago for me with locks. I don't think I ever quite had it like HELLPOCKETS, though. He's been growing that for a minute.
Yep. So this is button check territory.
So it'll be very interesting, though, because, again, HELLPOCKETS plays a kind of unorthodox team. So it is a team that someone who dabbles like Chris G might not have the best matchup knowledge against.
So, yeah.
So that is, I would really love to see HELLPOCKETS take advantage of that. Because for the folks at home, if you're, you know, in any fighting game, really, if you don't know a matchup, what that really means is you're not always 100% sure of when it's your turn.
When it's your turn, where the punishes are, how to make somebody respect you.
And what are those really specific, because Chris is playing at incredibly specific ranges here.
Right, like he's not picking random spots.
And he's able to do that because for the most part, he has an idea of what your character's ranges are.
Yes, exactly.
Like
he knows your jumps. He doesn't know your jumps. He doesn't know what your air options are. He doesn't know how you're going to get in.
Right. So
against a Nelson, he might not know.
So he's going to be playing to the spacings that are optimal for him as much as he can.
As much as he knows.
But without knowing what the opponent can do, that's definitely a strength. And, you know, we do see the Nelson and we see the Joe. And now I guess we just get to find out which
we're going to find out how
first,
much
the nut or the wall.
The nut or the wall. Let's see what Chris knows and what he doesn't.
Joe's stance or Nelson's stance is just so cool.
I know. And I love this color. Is so sick.
America.
Yes.
Kind of, sort of. Got some orange in there. All right, so far just playing kind of patient neutral.
Yeah, he's waiting to. There we go. He's waiting to get in. Does he have the? Oh, he just goes for the damage. I respect this.
I respect the damage, you know?
Oh, Chris. No, maybe he knows, though, because Nelson is pretty weak to throw. Or not to throws, but to rolls, I feel like. Yes. Because his only punish really is a throw. So it's either the command throw or it's a regular throw, and that's like 100 damage.
I think he's actually still figuring it out because the second time, that overhead, though.
Double overheads. We got
block
those.
on that one, though. So, yeah, you've seen him deal with that turnaround in 3 different ways now. First time he rolled out of it, and I think he realized, I don't think you're plus there. So the second time he tried to catch it, and this time he managed to. But HELLPOCKETS still has the lead, so it's just going to get that last hit to close it out. You know he wants it.
I think HELLPOCKETS is going to lame this out. Oh, there we go.
Got it.
Great throw. He realized that the jump in was a little too high.
So that's a solid start there.
Yes, especially against a. I would not how I expected this to go, but it was definitely a possibility.
I think you definitely saw the benefit of Chris being maybe a little bit more unfamiliar with the fight.
Right.
So now let's see how far we can ride that out.
These Andy buttons though are insane. I think you're going to see just how utile Andy can be, even in a matchup where he has no idea what to do.
Well, that's one of the strengths of the character is that when you look at his tool set, he doesn't always necessarily care what your options are, right?
Right, yeah. It doesn't matter what button you're sticking out. Like that down D is just such an incredible anti-air.
And then towards the end there, we were in chip range as well, so you saw Chris just kind of like, I'm going to do something, and you're either going to walk into it or you're going to block, and I'm probably going to just spin the bar. Because Chris has not been thrifty with his bar so far. You know, if he gets the hit, he's usually been willing to kill with it.
Usually been spending it, yeah. So let's see if HELLPOCKETS can get in there and palm slam that overhead.
Yeah, we saw his Kim do work earlier, so definitely a possibility.
Oh, he's playing a little scared here. I mean, he has the right. He is right to play a little scared here, but Chris is making him pay for not pressing buttons. Because Kim, I mean, even if Kim eats a trade to get in, he needs to press those buttons.
He's a pressure character.
Yeah.
If you're not pressuring, then you're fighting with one hand tied behind your back.
Right.
I don't believe that he's a purely reaction character. You can't just kind of sit at range and hope that you know, he's going to make a mistake, especially not Andy because he has the fireball. So
Right.
he's content to back away and just throw
Ooh.
stuff out. But now we see this Anchor Joe. And Chris, we do see, is willing to jump over that tornado. And he makes him eat it for throwing it out.
I think Chris scoped it. Yep.
So max screen,
That's
so not
it.
going to be able to punish. But
Yeah. Well, Chris didn't even throw a fireball. I think he knew it was coming. He'd seen that before, at least. It was too far for the max mode. He knew. This is, oh no, wrong punish.
And I think really it's the wall. He's having a really hard time just opening up
see,
Chris.
he's just, HELLPOCKETS just kind of throwing it out right now.
Ever since Nelson died,
Yeah, once
it's
Nelson
been tough
went
times.
out, HELLPOCKETS is struggling to find a way.
So yeah, what do you think he can do differently to maybe deal with that Andy a little bit better?
I think what he needs to do right now is go to member select, which he totally didn't. He went right back into it, and that's just as respectable an option. But I feel like he should have iced Chris a little bit. We'll see if it pays off.
He might just be, you know, sometimes you're just mad about the way you lose and you want to go back in there.
You just want to start hitting some buttons immediately.
And you know, he's definitely an experienced enough player that
roll.
you're not going to get the world from making him wait at character select for too long.
Sure, yeah, like has diminishing returns certainly against better players.
Ooh,
nice jump.
So I think
that
right
was
now,
not safe at all. I'm not sure what that was.
I feel like we're seeing HELLPOCKETS be a little bit frustrated with some of the options that Chris is going to. So now he's getting kind of like, I'm going to make you stop.
I think that was just a hard read on the forward back forward.
Ooh.
That he just, oh, this is rough. So HELLPOCKETS was definitely banking on Nelson hitting hard.
I think so, and
I think the download is complete.
That clearly didn't happen.
Yeah.
So now the Kim's got to do work, though, and I feel like we've seen his Kim do better. He just probably needs to change his approach a bit.
Yes, I think if we,
Ooh,
no.
just got clipped by the tail end of that. That's a very active DP.
Yes. It used to hit like a couple blocks behind him. Like
shout out to the hitboxes.
Yep.
Oh dear. And you can see Chris, he has enough of a lead that he just doesn't have to care anymore. So
yeah, I think he's just downloaded and he's not.
I respect it. Might have wanted to try something invincible, but
yeah, that was not the right super to be tossing. HELLPOCKETS, I think, is a little frustrated at this
he's
point.
definitely frustrated with that. He just threw out a non-invincible super on Wake Up.
Yeah. Okay. But this can work. I think Joe is a lot stronger than people give him credit for. So hopefully HELLPOCKETS can chill out, can pick his spots, and burn this bar in the most efficient way possible. That's minus. You need to press buttons. Show him that you're going to press buttons at least.
I think the mix-up game approach has got to be a little bit stronger if he wants to open Chris up. He's coming in with, you know, some solid pressure.
There we
but
go. This is your
there we go.
Choice.
Make it hurt.
Okay. I think you should have gone for the level 3 there. I think you could have killed. But
and Chris says, "No, sir. I refuse to hold any pressure of any kind." This
is not going to kill, but it's going to be so close. He's going to get a safe jump after this. I don't know if Chris knows the safe jump setup.
I believe we saw him do it before, right? Nope.
No, he just runs up.
Wow, run up DP. This man has no care about life.
Nope. Just wants to see Andy one more time before he leaves the stage.
Well, you know, Andy has been kind of his rock. We saw this in his previous matches as well, you know.
Definitely.
Benny is his anchor, but let's be honest, Andy is the character who's been doing the rock, who's been doing work.
And that's that.
All right, so Chris G moves on.
HELLPOCKETS takes an L to an incredible player. I mean, that's all you can ask for, really, is that you lose to good players.
You know what?